What's up, guys? Hope everybody's doing well. Your boys started vacation today. Thank God. I got 9 days straight. I go back and work one day, off one, off another day. Work 4 days, and I'm off for 10 days. The 10 days are gonna suck because I gotta do something. But today's my daughter's birthday, and I thought I'd get a couple of these in because I gotta go pick her up in 35 minutes. Get some cash out for her, get some cupcakes, stuff like that. Kind of a small birthday for her because I got her her entry level gaming computer that she absolutely loves, and I wanted to show this guy, but I wanted to show ignore the plant. This is what my wife had built me. Now this is just a placeholder until I get this like $1,000 module case set up. So in the bedroom we have three cases, and they're all one's a mono case. The other two are shaped like mono cases. But they're not as nice as mono cases. If I had all three mono cases back there, that'd be great. But still, I need to just get the one setup I want, get rid of the three cases, well, two of the cases, keep the mono case, and I got plans. But when you order the module case, it takes 6 to 10 months. But it's okay. It's gonna happen. Just gotta wait. They look crammed in, but got our boy up there. This is more of like a horror icon type, thing. You got Jokers up there, obviously. Inart, Jared Leto. That doesn't have anything in it yet. I gotta kind of adjust the shelves to put something else there. And there we got kind of hard to see, but you got David, old Hot Toys Crow, Hot Toys, and then the bottom's Demogorgon, Pennywise art, stuff like that. And then over here, you got not the best reflection I know because the lights are on. Kind of up top's like a marble. Down there you got, we have cats, so that sucks. Well, actually, that's not from the cat. That's actually from moving a long time ago when we did our floors. We did our whole floors. That was what we got. And Bam Margera did that for my wife. Actually, all that is signed on the back, and that's all like a little number that he came up with. But Bam Margera from Jackass, Viva La Bam, he did that last year for her. Pretty cool guy. I know he's had troubles and stuff, but he's came a long way. He's gone through a lot of shit, but he was cool to us. But anyways, um, it's kind of hard to see. That's why I'm gonna keep these out here, or keep these two cases out here, and change the figures back and forth. But in the room, it looks better. It's just really, really dark in there, and the only case you can see in there is the actual figures in the mono case, and that's strictly just Dark Knight stuff and some Inart. But I had to get this guy out. I'll move this plant. I should have taken it out of the way, but I had to show this dude. See, Inart, when they do this, Inart does this, they do it right. I really, really, truly love Inart. I think they make great figures. I wish I would have started and got those, all the, what was it? The Lord of the Rings stuff that they got, but I can't go backwards. It's just, they're just too expensive now. I had my chance and I screwed up. But I have this dude. I have the Inart Batman sculpted. The, obviously, Robert Pattinson, which I love that film. And what is it? The Joker, obviously first one up there. I know I teased on that figure for a little while, but I loved it right away. And then I started to like get annoyed with it because the eyes and the head's a little too big. But sitting down and him sitting at that chair right there, I can't see. I'll get him out again and do a video with him later. And tilting his eyes up and tilting his head down just a tad, that figure still is a good 10, good 9.2 to me. It's not completely accurate clothing with like tie wise and everything, but I love that figure. I actually had the chance recently to get the I'll say rooted, but it's not really. we'll say root it for the shits and giggles, but you know what I mean. It's not actually root it, but they're, same thing they do with Hot Toys does the glued on here, the 2-pack from Spec Fiction. I guess I was on the waiting list, and that came through, and it was like below retail price, and I didn't get it next day. It was already sold out, but I could have got it. I just didn't want to get it because I have way too many figures. That's why I had to go ahead and get that huge setup case. I'll have to pull up on the PlayStation later or kind of record it or just something, but the setup that I'm getting, it goes up to almost 4.5 feet tall, but each case, even spreading the figures out, I can put 30 figures, at least 20 comfortably in each shelf. So it's gonna look badass. So but it's gonna take 10 months, and I got a lot of shit coming, which I'll go over now, but I want to show you this guy here. I know everybody's kind of showed him before, and I'm kind of yapping. Like I said, I love Inart. It just, their whole waiting thing doesn't bother me, because Hot Toys does the same thing. But what's bothering me recently is the whole information now that when you buy Inart, you need to record and edit and do all these cuts and stuff. You opening up the box. All right, listen. My son's got a computer. My daughter's got a computer. My wife's got a computer. I have a shitty laptop that I use to make music on, that I use just for one program that I plug my interface into. So I would have to learn and try and get into the editing and all that kind of stuff. It can't be that hard, but still it's gonna take some practicing, which I plan to do better videos anyway. If my channel ever hits 1,000 subscribers, then I'll be like, okay, let's go ahead and shoot for it and do this. But what happens if I do all this and Inart doesn't like the way that I didn't record something from this side or this box? They want you to do an unboxing now on video, and that's bullshit. They should believe the customer. I know this was an Inart Hot Toys video talking about stuff, but I'm gonna get into the figure real quick. The only reason I'm talking is because I want to talk to you guys. It's been a minute, and yeah, you've already seen this before from other collectors that do the unboxing and all that kind of stuff, and I just want to give my take on it and do another new video. But with Inart, don't ever have to. That's like telling your customer that they're lying. I'm not going to spend $400 or $500 for a figure, and then never call you or have an issue with one of them, or Spec Fiction to get a hold of them. Whatever the party is I bought it from, and I shouldn't have to prove myself. Okay. Now, there should be little limitations. Like if you got a certain, customer that's bought 8 or 9 products from you, and they're always saying that the head sculpt or this is scratched up or this is done, but then there maybe should be something with them. But I don't know, man. I haven't had any issues with any of my figures. I know people have, and it's been like 2 left legs, 2 right legs, magnets, something like that. Nothing really major that I've seen. So why are they doing this? What is the issue? That's not a good look for them. And actually, that made me want to not buy anything from them ever again after Catwoman. But the problem is I missed out on a couple Terminators, and I really, really love Terminator 1. That's one of my favorite films ever. Terminator 2 is a bigger, better film from different aspects, but Terminator 1 holds a very special place in my heart. I don't even think of that as a action movie. It's really not an action movie to me. It's more of a horror sci-fi. That's really all it is. And the way Arnold looked in that film was scary to me. Actually, more scary so as when he was in the club, what he was wearing. But the singed off eyebrows and all that shit, I loved it. I literally just watched it again last week. Now I saw that and I was like, $430, free shipping. Like I finally ordered from Inart directly. Okay, you know what? Screw it. I don't like the little policy with the unboxing. Maybe that'll change. I still disagree with it. I mean, that's kind of a joke. Hot Toys doesn't do it. Why are you doing it? Calling the customer a liar. It's just, to me, it just seems a bad move on their part. And I think it's going to cause a lot of problems in the future. You watch. because someone's gonna do an unboxing and they're not gonna like it, and they're going to have a whole hour video set on YouTube, directed towards the hate of Inart. Inart won't replace my $500 figure because they didn't like the way I did edits. I'm seeing it happening if if they actually do it. Now, I pre-ordered the figure, and I was thinking to myself, I'm like, dude, why is there just like not another body? What is with it? I mean, it doesn't make sense that you got to change out the shirt. You have everything but another body with pants and boots. So that's all it was missing. Now, they claim that it was always intended to come with two bodies, the Terminator. I think they're full of shit. I'm sorry, that's my opinion. I think they backtracked. How do you mess that up? How do you mess that? It's still not even updated on their specifications on the website. I think people complained about whatever, the price or this and that, not looking good. And, to me, it looks fine. But I think people complained and they were like, oh, yeah, let's throw this in there. Because how do you throw an extra body in there but not an extra base? That's just weird to me. Why is there not a base? If you're planning on having two figures, why is there not another base in there? I mean, there was dioramas for Pennywise, dioramas for two things for the Joker. It just doesn't make sense. But I'm glad I pre-ordered it because it was $436, a little over $200 each for an Inart figure. I'm down with that. It's basically almost the same. It's the same figure, just a different head sculpt. One's really battle damage, one's just a tad battle damage. I'm fine with that. So I got him pre-ordered. I got Catwoman. I had to get Catwoman. I had to go through spec fishing for Catwoman, which she was only like $20 more on there. It wasn't that crazy of a deal. A lot of people say that they're too expensive from certain sites. They're not really that much more money from there. Now Negan on spec fiction, I believe, was $60 or $50 to $60 more, I think. But spec fiction usually gives you free shipping. At least they've always given me free shipping with everything I got from them from Inart. So I didn't buy Negan from them either, though. I bought Negan from Inart because $280 for one of my favorite actors and characters ever. Hell yeah. I mean, the dude follows me on YouTube. Shout out if you're actually watching this right now. I mean, I doubt it. You got a lot of stuff to do, but literally, Jeffrey Dean Morgan follows me on YouTube. That's insane. That's just, what a lovely guy. I would shit if I actually got to meet him. And it sucks because they filmed Walking Dead and Stranger Things 5 hours from where I live, in Georgia, Atlanta. I just always talked about going there when they filmed it, or just visiting I can still visit the filming locations. I mean, Hawkins Lab is now gone, and the school in Hawkins is gone, but everything else you can still visit over there for Stranger Things and Walking Dead. But anyways, get back to the figure. I got those three on pre-order from Inart. Guarantee you, we're gonna have to pre-order the T800 when that drops. The endoskeleton looks amazing. I got the Badlands Predator deck and is it Thea? The Jungle Hunter Predator, Scorch, Big Chap, Rain. Absolutely love Rain and that actress. Bank Robber Joker, Artisan, and Sculpted Loki. The Amazing Spider-Man 2.0 or 3.0, whatever you want to call it, the one that just came out that looks badass. The list, I think I have 5 other pre-orders on there, and there's like 7 other figures that I want to get. But I'm not doing it until I pay off. I have to pay on 4 more of them, and they'll all be paid off. So that's what I do. I don't overboard myself, how some people do 20 pre-orders and try to forget about it. No, I set a limit. I'll set 1 year I may pre-order 2, 1 year I may pre-order 5 or 10. So I'll pre-order maybe like 2 to 5 within like a 6 to 8 month period, I'll, I usually pay them off in 6 months. I'll pay all those off, and then I'll pre-order whatever else I can. Now, there's a couple I missed out on that I should have got. I really should have got the T800. That was like $280, and the Battle Damage Terminator 2 Judgment Day. I thought I had pre-ordered those at one time. I didn't. That was it. So this whole video, 15 minutes of me talking about pre-orders. I don't even know why I got my camera on here. Anyways, we're going to go back to this guy. I have more pre-orders. I'll just have to look in and see what the list is. This, you can't tell me that's not Henry Cavill. Look at that. Look at that, guys. Beautiful. I love drape capes. I'm not a big fan of just, stylish capes and stuff like that with the wire. That's beautiful to me. Absolutely beautiful. The chrome body. I gotta do this with one hand. I'm sorry, I gotta go pick up my kid. The chrome body underneath. Accurate, very awesome. The muscle mass. I had to do, and he came with 2 head sculpts. I think he was around $400 also. So they got some decent prices. Inart claims that everybody claims that like Inart's so outrageous. I'm sorry. Look what Inart gives you compared to the artisan Hot Toys. I mean, we're paying $550 with tax and shipping and a fee for an artisan figure that's no different than a sculpted regular Hot Toys figure that just has glued on hair. Now, we'll get into more videos and what I think about artisan line and how mine are holding up and all that stuff in the next video. Because we're going to talk a lot. We're going to kind of rant, rave, give you my opinions, show some different figures. Now, the back of that line does always bother me. I've always liked and loved a solid neck and head together. This is the same thing you got to deal with Bane, but it's okay. You really can't see it from the back. But this figure has a presence. Look at this. I'm probably going to take him off the flagpole soon and do another thing in here for him. And I don't know why they're getting away from the magnets. The magnets are in this too, but like from like the previous ones, I don't know if, yeah, I guess, yeah, the Terminator is not going to have it, so that's weird. Absolutely love the cape. But 2 head sculpts. You got this one, you got the other sculpt, that's the angry one with the red eyes. And I thought about trading that off every now and then. The box is actually behind me up. Oh no, it's not up there. I'm sorry. It's in the room with the other Inart boxes. But yeah, just, I had no problems with the hands. Everybody had problems with the hands. Their skin tone is always so good. To me, it looks beautiful. And I always got to do a little bit of just them looking to the side. I think that's really where it's at. Either looking to the side or looking kind of down, up. Those, looking straight on doesn't really do it for me. But look at this guy. Beautiful figure, guys. He is really stiff though, even to this day. I mean, listen. My boy needs some oil. No, I mean, it's nice that he's that stiff and everything, but he's just, yeah. I'm gonna change out his hands though to like more of like a fist, like he's going up. But this is a figure, I actually had him in a pose where his leg was bent back for almost 5 months. I unbent it the other day. There's no creases. I'm not saying that's never gonna happen. And that stuff, I mean, look at the fabric. That stuff really doesn't bother me. I love the boots. All in peace. The creasing in the fabrics doesn't bother me at all. I know a lot of people argue with that. I mean, it's just like a normal person. If you have something and you sit too long with it, it's gonna crease up. If you throw it in the dryer and leave it in there, it's gonna get wrinkled without taking it out. Now, as long as my figures don't fall apart, and the only figure I've ever owned as of right now, knock on wood, that has not fallen apart that's fallen apart, has been my Eric Draven, my first figure ever from Hot Toys. I got that, I pre-ordered it day one, that was my first figure, and then I got my second figure was the DX Joker. So I'll do some more reviews and what's lasted and stuff like that. But that was the only figure that ever kind of messed up. It was because it sat in a box in the garage in Florida for quite a while, and with moving, and it was that lovely pleather that Hot Toys decides to do. But I scraped it all off, fixed it, and it just doesn't have that shine to it now. But I have the sideshow one that looks pretty decent, and then I'm gonna pre-order the Cossack Plastic whenever that actually drops. I was supposed to drop, I think, in Halloween or November, and it never did for pre-order. But I hope you guys are well. We got to go get our kid. We'll be back on later. Peace.